Day 5 of the partial government shutdown, non-essential federal employees are either off or working without a paycheck. The shutdown is because of the ongoing debate over how to pay for a border wall. That's got KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen to pay attention to one specific comment from the White House. Phil?
Well, on Christmas Eve, the president tweeted this. He was in the Oval Office and gave out a contract for a 115-mile section of the border wall in Texas. Because Texas has so many miles of the border, I looked into that claim today and so far have found little evidence that that is actually happening.
It's been a hectic few weeks in Washington.
You can do border security without a wall, which is wasteful and doesn't solve the problem.
It totally solves the problem.
The tweet came as 800,000 federal workers are working without pay or furloughed as Democrats and Republicans face off in a government shutdown. Those unpaid workers include TSA agents and some in Customs and Border Patrol.
I can tell you it's not going to be open until we have a wall, a fence, whatever they'd like to call it.
The border wall is funded through the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Customs and Border Patrol. Staff for DHS tells me money for the 115-mile portion will come from the department's budget for this fiscal year. However, budget documents for this year didn't mention it. And for that specific contract mentioned in the tweet, staff directed me to the White House. I then reached out to many people in the communications department at the White House. That's the official line of communicating with the press. I received many auto responses saying they too have been furloughed and would not have access to their email or their phone during the government shutdown. So details we're still looking for from the administration: what company will build the wall, when will construction begin, and where along the border it will be.
The border between Texas and Mexico is just less than 2,000 miles long. This map is from the Cato Institute, and there is already a wall for 650 miles of it after the 2006 Secure Fence Act. That's here in red right here. So far, the Trump administration convinced Congress to approve 32 miles of new wall in the Rio Grande Valley. Workers for the Texas-based company SLSCO are reported to begin construction in February. I reached out to them to see if they won this larger contract as well and haven't yet heard back. If DHS receives that additional $5 billion that the president wants, department leaders plan to build more than 200 additional miles.